Hello and welcome, everybody. It's Leanne here at the National Weather Service in Missoula for your Thursday fire weather briefing on this September 7th day. I'm going to have some bad news and then I'm going to have some good news, so stay tuned. The bad news coming up tomorrow, Friday. Critical fire weather conditions will exist. This has been a challenge to forecast so far within our office the past few days. There's a chance for thunderstorms with lightning and gusty winds to occur, and the area with the best chance is here in the black circle. However, the challenge comes from the wild card, which is this persistent thick smoke that we've had across most of the northern Rockies, well, most of the Pacific Northwest and Intermountain West, really. But that being said, the smoke has had an impact the past few days on our stability and our temperatures, so we're expecting it to have an impact on how much convection forms tomorrow. And the reason for this is because it should keep inversions strong, it should keep stable conditions around longer than we expect, and it may not allow for much in the way of instability to occur across most of the area. So our confidence in this forecast for Friday is low, but we are keeping a mention of thunderstorms in the forecast. So this is the circled area where we think if anyone gets anything that forms tomorrow afternoon, it'll be in this circled area. The chance exists for everywhere, but like I said, the smoke is a real big challenge here. We'll see what ends up happening. It might be a whites of the eyes kind of deal. But we will be in contact with everyone who it may impact when it happens. But this is what we're thinking so far right now. Now, the day with more concern and higher forecasting confidence is Saturday, and this is when the ridge begins to break down and we have our cold front pass through. So what I have pictured here is where the red bubble and the red areas point to where the strongest winds will occur for the longest duration. And we're expecting sustained westerly winds 15 to 30 miles per hour at all elevations and gusts to 35 miles per hour, mostly at the ridge tops. So the districts or zones here circled in red, you guys are likely going to be in a red flag. We haven't really solidified anything here, but it's looking more and more confident that the winds are going to occur. And one point to make is that our RHs will actually be slightly elevated since we're dealing with an increase in mid-level moisture during this time, but I don't think it's going to be enough to overcome the influence of the strong winds. And since we have so many fires out there and so many people impacted by them, we're erring on the side of caution and will likely go with a red flag. But stay tuned. That is yet to come in the coming days. So on the flip side, there's the area circled in blue, and that is lighter winds, sustained westerly winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour with gusts to 25 miles per hour closer to the ridge tops. You may or may not be placed in a fire weather, red flag type headline. That's to be decided, but so far our greatest confidence exists in the area circled in red. You guys will be real gusty for most of the day Saturday. So the timing of this, I have an animated 4-panel here, and the one thing I want you to look at is the blue colors. As they move into western Montana, that is the timing of when the cold front itself will pass through. So I have the exact timing, well, not exact, but I have a more spelled out timing in the next slide, but this is just to give you an idea of the models are doing extremely well. These are 4 different models, and they're all timing the cold front relatively around the same time as it passes through the northern Rockies. So you can pause here and continue to watch this if you need to, but I've gone ahead and spelled it out. Northwest Montana and the Idaho Panhandle should see the cold front cross around Saturday evening. Now, the winds will be elevated long before this, but the cold front itself and any showers that are generated by it, albeit light, will occur around Saturday evening. Once it crosses into west central Montana and north central Idaho, that will be the time frame of overnight Saturday and very early Sunday morning, and then it'll hit southwest Montana by Sunday mid-morning. So that's the timing of it as we see it right now. Hopefully that can help you make some decisions based on on what your needs are during that time. So looking beyond Sunday, winds are going to stay elevated on Sunday. Not gusty, but they'll be breezy. But for the most part, things are going to settle into a zonal, which is a westerly flow. Going to stay mostly dry. You can see one hurricane off the coast of California and the remnants of, I believe it's Irma over there, over in the southeast, moving up into the mid-Atlantic. But so we'll be kind of wedged between those two major storms, and it'll be a westerly flow. But the great part is, late next week, the 7 to 10 day outlook, all of the ensembles so far are trending colder and wetter. And what I show here, although it might scramble your eyes and your head a little bit, I've outlined in white. It's basically all the ensembles are showing a trough. So this is the best chance we've seen so far of something that will give us beneficial rain and much cooler temperatures and much higher RHs. So there is hope. It's taken us this long, but there is hope. So we're going to grasp onto this in hopes that it comes true, but it's 7 to 10 days out. There's quite a bit of uncertainty yet. So I want to err on the side of caution and say, don't get your hopes up too much, but this is the best that we've seen, and so we'll take it, right? And of course, we'll be back with more details on that on Sunday, September 10th. So in the meantime, if you have any other questions, please feel free to give us a call. Even if you want to ask us, further questions on that potential pattern change at the end of the period. So we're here for you. Just let us know. Thank you.